Now, everyone is familiar with a man named Dave Rubin. My experience with Dave Rubin was that he refused to have contact with me after Michael had done a video about him, and we posted it. And in the title, we referred to Dave Rubin as stupid. And in an attempt to continue my discourse with Dave Rubin, I publicly apologized to Dave on Twitter, saying that I had not done the titling of that. Michael had also not done the titling. It was classic Kelly who had done it, or Matt. And so I docked Michael from having commissary privileges for a number of days as a show of good faith. And we pulled down the term stupid from the video. And Dave Rubin said, "No, absolutely not. I am no longer engaging with you." Which was very convenient. But it's not like this guy does this all the time. I give you his exchange with Reason editor Robby Soave, I believe his name is. Apparently they were going to have a debate. There was a planned debate. Robby Soave was going to debate Dave Rubin, who believes that big tech needs to be regulated. It's nice to see Big Dave. I mean, Dave
coming back around.
Come back around
to
Big Dave. The left.
Yeah,
on
Big
that.
Dave.
Well, benefits him,
for
that's
smaller
why.
government, except for when it involves him being shadow banned by a private enterprise.
Now it's time to regulate.
Right. Now it's time to regulate. I'm with him. I say let's chop these things up into little pieces. But the guy from Reason magazine, of course, was like, no, we can't have that. So Robby Soave says, sad to learn that Rubin Report, of course, I couldn't see this because Dave has me blocked. Sad to learn that Rubin Report has backed out of a planned debate with me on whether government needs. And I also just want to just commend Robby Soave for this, because it's not whether or not. You don't need that.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to put the or not. It's simply just whether. And I appreciate that. That is
because usually libertarians are so overly wordy.
Well, just other people say whether or not. You don't need whether or not. Whether government needs to regulate big tech. The host did everything to accommodate him, even seeking a venue with no value.
Oh my God.
Per his requests.
Per his request.
They found one and he canceled. Too bad! !
Oh my God, this response.
And Dave Rubin responds, Robby, what an unbelievably dick move to go after me publicly.
Oh, it was a dick move?
Dick move.
Oh.
Dick move.
I explained to the promoter why I had to cancel. You have my number, my phone number and email. Child.
This is so funny.
Robby says, your explanation was so vague, it was no explanation whatsoever. Obviously, we were not entitled to your time, but it's pretty rude to agree to it, then ask the host to make a bunch of accommodations for you, then back out weeks later. And then that's it. Dave has had enough. Okay, I don't have time for these childish games. Consider the bridge burned.
What on earth?
Mission accomplished for Dave Rubin. His bridge is burned. Therefore, he cannot debate on the topic of government regulation. Now, why wouldn't Dave want to do the debate? Well, we could probably come up with like 20 different reasons, but I would say it's really just an argument between reason number one and reason number two. Reason number one is that it would be bad for his current audience to see him promoting any type of government regulation. That would be a bad thing on the Blaze. And reason number two is he doesn't know what the he's talking about and wouldn't be able to debate himself out of a paper bag regardless of which position he took. And I would say it's probably both.
So why did he agree in the beginning? Like that, this is what I don't understand about Dave. He gets himself into these situations all the time.
Because he is pretending that he actually has, it's all about the ideas. Mm-hmm. So I just need to be in a place that does not require vaccination.
Yeah, it needs to be 6. It's like the way that Texas or other states try to regulate abortion clinics, right? It needs to
It's a trap, right? It's
7 3/4 feet wide and then 400 feet long. And then it also has to have a live tiger. And I have to be able to play my banjo during the middle of the day. I mean, like, it's
you know. He was thinking, if I say no vax requirement, they're going to say, we're not doing it.
We're not doing it.
Right.
We're not doing it. But, they're all like probably like in their 20s and 30s, and they're like, without kids, and they don't care. And so.
And they work for Reason
They're
Magazine.
libertarians.
Right. And so Rubin, when they came back and said, we found a venue, that's when he cancels. Because, of course, he never wanted to do it in the first place, and he couldn't come up with like, oh, did I say no vax? And also there has to be, we need to have actually experiments going on with COVID-19.
He also can't afford to alienate more members of like the different quadrants of the right, or like the ways that they brand themselves in these really specific ways, because he's already boxed himself in to such a degree that he's like, he's got to hold on to whatever relationships he can with like each right-wing audience. So,
Well, especially libertarians, which I'm sure he had to Google and figure out that libertarian, like what they were. And he's like, oh, wait, that's too close to my audience. These are people who sometimes spill over into my community. He
was going on Rogan talking about how regulations in general, he was trying to co-opt every libertarian talking point before. But now, because he was like personally affected by this 3-day, or what was it, 12-hour Twitter ban? I forget how short.
Did he get banned from Twitter?
It was a short period of time,
no
a few
idea.
months ago. That's when he said, I'm going into the lab with all of these ideas that I'm going to come out with about
Locals.
Yeah, and Locals is really taken off. I've heard so much from Tulsi on Locals.
What is that? Wait, what's that one?
Oh, it's
That's a new platform?
Yeah. It's funny. Tulsa's on every one of these things. She's
Right.
like, oh my God, has to log into like 25 different bargain bin social media networks.
Unbelievable.
Bargain bin social media.
yeah, I mean,
Can you please make somebody immediately by the end of the show make a Twitter account called Bargain Bin Social Media?
it's all of right-wing media space now.